Welcome to my new show, Ed Finn Travels. In this series, I'll discover some of Europe's best kept secrets, from the Basque Country in Spain to Normandy in France, from Franconia in Germany to places closer to home in Limerick, Wexford and Northern Ireland, before finishing my journey in the Garden State of New Jersey, USA. So join me on Ed Finn Travels. In this week's show, I'm in Franconia, which is in northern Bavaria in Germany. I'm going to be visiting the UNESCO heritage sites of Würzburg, the beautiful town of Bayreuth, before I go on to visit the capital of Franconia, Nuremberg. So join me for some exciting beer, bratwurst and some amazing locations. An hour and a half's drive from Frankfurt in northern Bavaria lies Würzburg, which was once the capital of the German state of Franconia. The Würzburg residence is one of the most impressive palaces in Europe. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and the former residence of the Prince Bishops of Würzburg. I met my guide Maria, who was going to show me one of the greatest masterpieces of the 18th century by Venetian painter Giambattista Tiepolo. Tiepolo's magnum opus is 600 square metres of clouds, gods, nymphs, rearing horses, and it floats above the grand staircase here in the residence. Tiepolo carries you up into another element. It's an amazing experience, not least because the staircase itself is a space-shifting roller coaster by the splendid Baroque architect Balthasar Neumann. The palace offers access to about 40 rooms full of paintings, tapestry, furniture and other 18th century gems. Every time you enter a new room, you think it can't get better until it does. But don't forget to stroll through the palace garden. That alone is almost a piece of art. Würzburg is called the city of 100 churches, and Franconia is the only wine region in Germany using the famous local Boxbootle, a wine bottle shaped like a buck's sack. So only in Franconia you can get this very cute bottle.
Yes, yes.
So you have to come here to enjoy it.
You have to come here to enjoy it.
Yeah, I have never seen it in any place or any shop or wine shop. Do you export a lot?
We export a lot. Unfortunately, not to Ireland.
Yeah.
But we do to the UK. We export.
It's a bit like Guinness in a way. It doesn't travel well, maybe.
Yes, that's right.
You have to come to Dublin for that, but do you have to come here?
That's what they say. I think in Ireland they don't say that. They say that because they want to drink it themselves.
Yeah.
And we want
to
drink
here.
We're same here. Yes.
I went to meet local wine expert Robert McGregor from the Bergspittel winery, which is considered the home of the Boxbootle.
I've got another one here. It's a sweeter wine.
You're not going to let me go home at all, are you? I'll be here all day. I'm not complaining now. Würzburg is at the heart of the Franconia wine region, and if you love to combine outstanding wine experiences with amazing architecture, Würzburg is the perfect place to spend some time. An hour and a half's drive took me to Bayreuth, one of the most beautiful cities in Bavaria, where I met local guide Kilian von Chamier. And Kilian, you actually grew up here yourself.
Exactly,
from a young age, and we walked past your house today and those beautiful location right in the centre. It must be amazing living here.
It's amazing to live there because we have enough things to do. There's always some form of event going on, but it's still a humble and slow city. You can relax and it's not overcrowded.
Very civilized, sir. I would say there was a bachelor party earlier, and I never saw such a civilized bachelor party in my life. They were so well behaved. But what I love as well is the mix that you have here, the variety. For someone who hasn't been here before, I mean, what would you say would be like your top 5 things to see when you come here?
Of course, it's the Opera House, the UNESCO World Heritage that attracts people from all over the world, and the Festspiele, Richard Wagner's. That take place in August every year. So those are the main 2 cultural aspects. And then I would say it's more like experiencing the city with all the single corners of history. You have the new palace over there, 1 minute walk away. You have the Hofgarten, like our small central park, I would say. History is inside the small places inside the town, I would say.
As opera houses go, Killian, I'd say it's definitely up there with the, you know, top 10 anyway.
Yeah, it's not that big, but
No, it's very...
it has a flair,
it's boutique.
and vibe.
So Killian, I wouldn't be putting you on the spot on any specific questions or anything. How many people exactly does this place hold?
Actually, it depends on the occasion, but I would say for Taylor Swift it wouldn't be enough.
Taylor Swift, I'd say she'd probably love it here.
So we are right at Festspielhaus. This is where the Wagner operas take place. Festspiele take place in August, 30 degrees plus in Bayreuth, and men have to wear tuxedos, women long event wardrobe, and no AC, wooden seats, operas that take 6 hours or so.
Okay, stop. You have me. I'm sold. I'm sold. Yeah. How long do I have to wait for the tickets? The Hermitage garden and palace as we see today was largely the work of Princess Wilhelmina, who received it as a present from her husband Friedrich in 1735. The old palace was enlarged and a number of new garden areas were created with stunning fountains and dreamy grottos. Oh, that's very cool, isn't it? Wonderful. Yeah. So you were saying the pressure is all natural. It comes from the mountains and down.
Exactly.
So
it's like 50 meters higher and flows right to there, and the pressure is
so Bayreuth,
natural origin. Yeah.
Bayreuth is kind of like the fountain capital of Germany then.
If you want to say so, yeah.
Great. The excitement is building. Ooh, Elon Musk.
Kind of, yeah.
Who needs Elon Musk, right?
It's a cool.
They were doing it here like hundreds of years ago. That's cool.
It's a cool little effect, isn't it?
That's brilliant.
So Ed, I've kept the best fallouts for you. The highlight for me at the Hermitage are those fountains. They are amazing.
Absolutely. Oh, this place is fab. I mean, the Hermitage itself is so impressive. I mean, the gardens, the fountains. You can just get lost here for a few days. You know, it's beautiful.
It's big.
And you've loads of festivals here coming up in the summer. All like food festivals, music, all over the grounds here. So it's a great place. I'll be back for some of those as well.
I hope to see you there.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks a million. Great to finish with a fountain. And then it was time for my brewery tour. For beer lovers, I mean, this area here, like Franconia, is where we are, Bayreuth.
Yeah.
I mean, I was reading there's over 300 breweries here, so this is like a beer lover's paradise. And what you guys are doing here is real innovation. Now, I'm staying in the hotel, which is a hotel in a brewery beside the brewery, which is a really unique idea, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it is a very good synergy, bringing the beer together with the hotel. So you can stay here, enjoy the beer, and then have a good night with the beer.
Yeah, so Reuven, what would be in this then? What are the ingredients in this?
The ingredients in the beer, as always in Germany, are just four.
Yeah.
Hops, malt, water, and yeast. Because in Germany we have the Brewery Tour, and this is what we have as a sort of perimeter to brew all the beers from, and this is the four ingredients.
Oh.
And with those four ingredients you can actually create a surprising amount of different tastes, and this is also kind of what our brewmasters do in their art.
Of course, like like master chefs, and so basically it's the taste there. As I said, the smokiness is really nice from it. That's really clever. I love that idea. Come on, well listen, thanks a million. I really love these. Yeah, I hope I have room in the suitcase now for a few of those going home.
Well, don't be caught with too many of them.
Thanks a million. Prost.
Prost. As they let everything here as it was, this is actually still fully operational. So one could start brewing beer like in the old days here. Maybe they need an oil change, but they should still work.
That's fabulous. Damps machine.
Yes, it's a steam engine.
Yeah, very good.
So steam engines need steam pressure.
So it's great. So if all technology, if AI and ChatGPT
we can still brew beer
to shut everything down, Reuven, we can come back here.
Exactly.
We won't be without beer.
The supply of beer is secured.
I love it. Backup plan. Just 25 kilometres from Bayreuth, on my way to Nuremberg, I made a stop to visit the famous Rabenstein Castle, which is in the heart of Franconian Switzerland. There's a hotel and a restaurant in the castle, and it really is a magical place.
Ed, it's so good to see you and have you
Yes.
here in my lovely town Nuremberg. Welcome.
No, I'm delighted to be here, Martine. It's fabulous. And of course, it's so great. Direct flights from Dublin now. It makes it so accessible and
That's true.
so easy. 20 minutes on the train from the airport.
That's
so
true.
Really, I've heard so much about Nuremberg. I'm really excited now. You've a fabulous program lined up for me.
I'm so excited to show you all the wonderful sights of my lovely hometown Nuremberg.
I've only got 3 days,
Oh
Martina.
my gosh, yeah, I think we will make it. So let's start to have sausage first.
Okay.
That will.
Brilliant. And now there's a story about why these sausages are so thin,
Yeah,
isn't there?
there is a story.
Yeah.
There's different stories, but one story is that, the gates were closed during medieval times in the evening. And when people arrived outside at the city gates, they were hungry. And so the Nurembergers were good in trading, and so they served the people during the keyholes, through the keyholes.
So
So that's why they are so thin. But the real story is prices were high for meat, and so.
After some delicious local cuisine, we went on a fun sightseeing tour of Nuremberg. There's so much to do and see here. Visiting the old town, enjoying a scenic bike tour, sailing on the lake, visiting the castle, enjoying the local markets, and of course, learning how to make a local speciality, gingerbread. So you're very welcome to Gingerbread with Ed here in Nuremberg. Well, actually, Gingerbread with Daniel. How are you, Daniel? Nice to see you.
I'm fine, and you?
Now, great. I have always wanted to try a gingerbread making workshop.
Oh, really?
And I'm in the right place here, right?
So, many people wonder about the bottom thing. It's called a wafer.
Yeah?
So, it basically tastes like paper. It doesn't really
Looks a
have
bit like a big Holy Communion.
Yeah, it is. Basically it is.
And then, and then you
take-
use this fella here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching. Yeah, no, I was paying attention. All right, yeah, no worries.
I hope so.
Okay, here we go now. Great gingerbread with Ed, and nice even, sweet mother of God. Right, hold on a second now.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh yeah, this is called gingerbread light. It's not. It's less calories than this one. So I'm going to go all out and put 4 on it.
Oh.
There we go. Look at that.
Pretty wild, yeah.
Oh yeah. Listen, craziness, and there we go. Okay. Real Michelin star gingerbread.
Yes,
Well done.
it's-
Brilliant. Fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah.
In Bavaria, of course, the Biergarten is part of everyday life, and it's a great way to spend an evening enjoying local food, beers, and music. Stefan, it's great to meet you. I believe you're a big fan of Ireland as well.
Of course, yes.
Yeah? Great to be here. You love rugby?
I love rugby. I have been to Dublin and played rugby there as well. So
There's one thing we're good at.
What?
One thing we're good at.
Yes, of
Rugby,
course,
we can
yeah,
say
rugby,
that.
yeah, okay.
But what you're really good at is beer. And here in Franconia, 300 breweries, so I'm just working my way through them. This, of course, here is a beautiful beer garden where we are now today.
Yeah, so that's a really big part of our culture. So we grew up in beer gardens, so we went with our parents in the beer gardens, and so we had lovely food, lovely beers, and so we are glad that we are one part of this big community.
Cheers, guys. Prost.
Yeah, cheers, prost.
Sláinte.
Sláinte. Sláinte.
The German National Museum, founded in 1852, houses a large collection of items relating to German culture and art, and it houses something completely unique, the Boehm Globe, which received a UNESCO award this year and is the oldest surviving globe in the world.
We are a German national museum, but German in the sense of the German language. That's an international museum of all German-speaking lands in Europe. And we are not a special gallery only on painting. We have all media and all things human being created, and that's a very interesting thing.
You've just been awarded this fantastic UNESCO accreditation for the oldest globe in the world, which, I mean, I was really excited when I heard about this because there's no America on this. It's
it's not America first, America's last. This globe was made just in the time when Columbus sailed to America, and therefore America's missing. But on the other side, the globe is too small because Ptolemy had wrong dimensions of the world. Even if America has been known, it would have been no place to show it on the globe. The late medieval maps has shown Jerusalem a spiritual world, and this here is a world of trade. Yeah, that's this direct link between the scientific instruments, painting on wood, on parchment if you want, and the same techniques are used here by the most brilliant and the most important painter of Nuremberg. Unfortunately, he was so famous that many works has taken away in Prague, in Munich, but now Dürer is a trademark, a global trademark for Nuremberg.
Rembrandt's self-portrait is a must-see here at the museum. After an expert investigation in 1998, it was declared to be an authentic signed work by the famous artist himself. Nuremberg is famous, of course, for the Nuremberg Trials, which took place here in 1946 after World War II. I went to visit the famous courtroom where the trials were held. The museum has some incredible history and videos of those sombre events. Dr. Astor, it's a pleasure to meet you. This is a very poignant place, the site of the Nazi rallies from 1933 to 1938 here in Nuremberg. Of course, when you look at the movies and you look at the history here, it's a very, very interesting place to visit, isn't it?
Yes, it is, because Hitler really used it to celebrate his sort of unity that he celebrated with the German people. So that's why he would arrive with the car down there, and he would focus, watch people in their eyes and so on. Then he would get up to the grandstand and talk to more than 120,000 soldiers standing there. But also later on, women in 1938, the women were dancing here for him. So he tried to celebrate this unity, like he always said, we are one.
It's actually incredible to see the way that they had this whole propaganda machine working, and there was almost a fear instilling movies. You see the might and the size, and of course over 1 million people would have attended the rallies here.
They came from all parts of the German Reich, so they came from Hamburg, from Danzig, also from Austria. He always invited also people from other countries. In the first years, these were fascists, the British fascists or the Mussolini fascists and so on. But later on, he always tried also to get diplomats, also from France, from Great Britain, from the US. Only the Soviet Union they would never attend, because he already all the time he was shouting against the Bolsheviks. These were enemies.
It's not only beer, sausages and gingerbread which are culinary symbols of Nuremberg. The city has also become the epicenter of the German whiskey scene.
We do whiskey since 2003, first selling in 2006, and it's pretty surprising because our whiskey is, for the taste, it's more like the Irish than the Scotch. So it's very sweet, it's not that kind of smoky, it's not kind of getting some different tastes like more Scotch. It's more like the Irish.
So it's better.
It's more easy.
It's better than the Scottish, basically.
Oh, that's your opinion. It's kind of, if you ask me which German beer is better, don't do that.
We won't get into that.
Don't do that. Oh, I forgot to tell you, it's 57%.
No problem to me at all. Wow.
No problem? Good. People always are coming with the age. So
Yes, of course.
It has to be at least 10 years old. It has to be at least 20 years old. That's kind of an old thinking which needs to be broken up. So
course.
sorry for that. Because the age isn't important. It's kind of what you do for that.
My guide Martina, knowing that I'm a big foodie, had a big surprise for me. I was off to meet celebrity chef Alexander Herman for some local frankness or modern traditional cuisine. First time I ever had dry aged pork.
Yeah,
I never saw
it's
before.
It's not so easy
Very-
because you have if you have too much fat, it's not so easy for a dry aging moment. So
Okay.
you must be a special like Franconia. We are special.
Yes.
Special men's, special women's, special chefs. So everything is special.
I agree. Yeah, I like a lot.
There's
To be frank.
Yes, absolutely. So take a look, and now here the fat, is crunchy.
Yes. Splits up.
If you have a typical moment, man and women comes to eat. This is the man, this is the woman, or this is the man and this is the woman. I don't know. So maybe yes. And this is the idea. You have in the meat. You have the potatoes. This is fully of energy, and then you have the fresh light. It comes like a fresh moment, the vegetable, and then you have some sauce, and you are, I think,
I can't wait to try it. So you describe your cuisine, Alex, as sort of traditional Franconian meets modern with a little fusion, maybe?
Not fusion, but I think it's important to get the old style of recipes in a new world.
Yes.
So, because if we eat these things that our grandma and grandpa cooked for us, it's delicious, but it's really heavy.
Yes.
And it's not. If you have a modern kind of taste, is very different about the traditional moments. But both are right. So bring the old kind of taste and the old kind of art of cooking in a new world. And this is the idea.
What a fantastic way to finish off my fabulous food trail here in Franconia. I absolutely loved my week visiting Würzburg, Bayreuth and Nuremberg in this hidden gem of Germany that is Franconia. Join me next time when I'll be sailing from Ireland to France and discovering the Cotentin region of Normandy.